Hey everybody, Charlie92 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. When we last left off, we questioned a young girl that's doing some public artwork. She wasn't too kind towards us police types. And then we came down to the dock here, and we're investigating and speaking with, interviewing Joyce Messier. She is a negotiator with the White Pines group. So we're going to talk to her, and we're going to try to ask weird questions to throw her off her game. All right, can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What lustrous hair.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave. Late 40s style.
Okay.
Positively statuesque. While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Worry.
These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
Okay.
Within reason.
Okay.
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Hey, that's a little personal.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm a gosh darn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough.
You think your little communism protects you from this feeling? No. The more demeaning it is to grovel at her feet.
Okay.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Does your boat have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
We got a smile.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Do you have a license?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles.
She's proud of the boat.
Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act. A law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Continue.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
Thought Le Caillou was one big island.
Okay, if you want to get technical, the point is we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike.
Still haven't seen anybody else sell a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
How do you know that?
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle.
Continue.
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
Okay.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Do I, though? I think it'll throw her off her game. Let's ask why.
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
Sure, I need to nail her for this.
Charge. You've got the guns and the ammo.
To be fair, the only reason I'm doing this is to try to throw her off her game. Let's talk about the economics of this boat you're on.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Precisamundo, class wartime.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
No, I probably won't beat her in combat.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A?
Yes.
33A? This old proletarian haunt here? As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Oh, come on, 72%.
Your synapses flesh.
This house was built before the revolution. Funny, I don't see the other eel's heels around.
You mean eel's hips. But point taken. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my fast, light, interminably bourgeois boat.
Okay.
Good.
Did all that for 5 XP. Tell me about the Wild Pines.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
Sure enough.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Okay.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
We're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. All right, tell me something else.
She nods.
What are you telling me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
How do I repeal it then?
Why? By throwing off half a century of foreign domination under the Coalition. Unfortunately for you, the Coalition also leases you the right to police West Revachol.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
Okay.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
Yeah, what's your role in this?
I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Okay.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Okay, so it is in your best your best interest to help us solve this.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Yeah, that's Measurehead.
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
So the strike is connected to the lynching.
Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
Okay, how are the talks going?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
Okay.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
Okay.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the Union in prior negotiations.
All right.
This isn't the first time the Union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the Union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Well, what do they want?
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Seems like they have no idea about business.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
Most of them probably don't even know what that means.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Oh, that's insane.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
It's pretty funny, I'll have to admit.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
So what are we going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Yes, tell me about the lynching.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Yes.
This checks out.
What happened to Galma?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
What about the scabs at the gate?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
Let's call them strike breakers. You put them there, right?
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
Yes, it's a tactic to apply pressure.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Okay, tell me about the union boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Yeah, but does he do that to further his position and power?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt.
I figured.
I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Oh, you put us on the same plane. All right.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Twin brother.
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
So there's... Okay.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside of the brothers?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The debarders are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to me.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
I would say basically it's a socialist mob.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared, okay.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
That may be our end.
This forewoman, her name?
What's her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files.
Some kind of extortion.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
True enough.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
Let's go ahead and ask about the lynching.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
I don't have a badge.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
I hope so too.
How curious. Why is that, detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
Good. I want to get you off your game.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
Me either.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
All right. Need a badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Then I'll find it somehow.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
I agree, but now I need my badge.
Of course, detective. Take care.
All right. I have a thought.
Wow, you work hard.
I do.
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
Okay.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, I ride a little.
A little. You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
Money.
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
And there's pawning stuff to suspicious Roy guy.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
I guess I've made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself,
Ask myself what?
are you rich?
No, I'm not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
I don't know.
Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk.
Have I paid
fart,
any taxes?
So much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking
Okay.
98% of all your money.
This isn't helping me solve my money problem.
What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it street.
It doesn't make me a racist.
This guy's appropriating the emerging boogie street lingo as part of his sales pitch for the free market economy.
This guy? Am I have multiple personalities now? I'm not gonna do it just because someone calls me a racist. Discard the thought. Okay, it's 1900. We need... Let's go turn in our money. Then we're going to go into the whirling and rags. And once we're there, we're going to try to get into the back room, maybe talk to Gart and try to give him some money. Can I grab these? I can grab those. Okay, hold on. Can I grab this? No. So I can grab the actual bottles that I see. Let's cut across this way. Whoop. Book. What's this? Okay. Some more bottles. Those don't come up on the highlighted. What's this? Take all. Let's go turn this into Threat. Is there any more trash? Let's try to get us some money. Maybe, I think we needed what, 15? Or was it 150? Let's turn it in.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Let's insert the bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
What do we got here? Okay. Alright, I need to know my badge. Alright, so let's go to the Kanema. Let's phone in that our badge is missing. I searched for it all day. I didn't find it. And then we'll go inside. Okay, here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something.
Okay.
The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
Continue.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Lieutenant?
Hello, Alice.
Lieutenant.
Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Yeah, let's just be hi, Alice.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is.
I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? Press the button called saved. Let's go to 41st Precinct. Let's report our badge.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static cracking softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
That's our only option.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Reporting in.
10-18, state your message, sir.
Well, let's tell him our badge is missing.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Okay.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge?
Oh, no.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Oh.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Yes, I got it.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Can't we just move on?
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Okay.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
Ooh, I'm gonna punch you in the face, Chester.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Okay, enough. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
I actually have.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun, too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Nope.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
Yep.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Let's convince him we didn't lose it.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
Nah, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain.
Yeah, we'll find it, hopefully.
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. Do you need further assistance? Over.
Money?
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but
What does he want now?
he's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Probably.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Alright, no funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
Personal details?
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
He's not alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Need to know if you got my badge's description right in your report.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Understood, sir. Over.
Transmission over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to a civilian. Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, you got the number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Wait patiently.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Okay.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Sweet.
Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Hello, this is a police call, and I have some questions for you about your last day's work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Answer some questions?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No. Don't mistake kindness with somebody wanting to ask you out. Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past.
No. My badge is
Don't go
missing.
there again.
Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no. I haven't, sorry.
Continue.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Kim doesn't have a uniform.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Have you seen my policeman uniform? Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the Whirling?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it.
Okay.
I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
Union's phone or the one on the coast?
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Next question.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
When did that
You were
happen?
trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
What did I
you
do?
were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
That sounds horrible. You also have an American accent.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Yeah, thanks, drama.
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very
Woof.
nice visuals there.
Yeah, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns."
That's okay.
It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
So I might have pawned it. Why'd you quit your job?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
I'm the police.
Why not?
Okay, did you leave because of Gart?
What? No, why would you even think that?
Don't be afraid of that pig. You have to stand up for yourself.
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business.
I'm the police. It's all my business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Messing everything up again. You gonna grab a cup of coffee?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
That came so fast, you can't but wonder what else she would be good at. Baseball, ring-a-bell quiz shows, catching keys in the air, petting an angry cat.
Have you seen my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Disco things. Alright, I think I have everything I need.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
I didn't really mean to ask her out. I wanted to discuss the case more, but I guess I was asking her out. This red check, it cannot be retried. Why does she seem angry?
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about.
No, I
Some
felt
other
it.
guy. Like Gart.
Yeah, sure it isn't about me.
Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag.
I'm not romantically interested. I want to figure out why there's a dead guy.
No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore?
I don't think I'm being honest.
You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boy's talk with God himself.
Okay.
Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Yeah, I'm going to refuse the love quest.
You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Yeah, I do want to be more empathetic.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
All right, let's press the save button.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Fellatio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
Okay.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you, as he says.
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look 'em straight in the eye.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
Nothing to get into, really. But sure, let's focus on the important things.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
We're done.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Close the door. All right, and we are done for this episode. If you like the content, please consider a like, comment, or a subscribe. And stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.